Hey everybody, welcome to another Roger That podcast. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Today my guest is none other than the most recurring member on the Roger That podcast, Darran Davis. Darran, how you doing? Darran, piece of shit, we started the podcast.
Chilling.
That's awesome, bro. So me and Darran just started our semester at CSUN. Started 2 days. This is our second day. It's Tuesday, and it's been pretty sweet so far, bro. It's been really, really sweet. What do you think, bro?
Man, it's been dope as fuck, bro. Getting our classes, seeing all these beautiful women walking through campus.
Yeah, that's a big plus side to going to college, man. Darran, what classes are you taking, bro?
Oh man, I'm taking some very dope ass classes. Taking one about business literature. Is mainly for business majors, but it's a part of the English courses. So I didn't know that at first, but when I enrolled and spoke with the teacher before class started, they actually thanked me for being a literary major and taking it. So I was excited that that one pulled through. And there's a lot of cool people in that class. A lot of different backgrounds, a lot of reasons why they had CSUN. So I think I'm in the right position for myself.
That's sweet, bro. That's sweet, man. But tell the viewers, you say you didn't like your teacher at first?
It's not that I didn't like her. She's very straightforward, very business oriented. She does have a life outside of class, so she told us that straight up. So that's why it has to be in an orderly fashion, more time efficiency, because she does have things outside of the classroom that takes up her time and is on a schedule. So I think it's really good to kind of have that discipline and have that authority figure at the head of the class.
Yeah, that's sweet, bro. That's really sweet, bro. What class did you have yesterday, bro? You had one class today and one yesterday, right? Or two yesterday, actually.
Yeah, I had two yesterday. Just one today. I'm actually going to switch another class that I had later today with the class that's going to be tomorrow later. So that's why I didn't go to it. The other class I'm switching it with, I'm switching a seminar with a script writing class.
Hey, that's what's up, bro. You gonna learn how to write like fucking TV shows and shit like that?
Yeah, for episodes specifically.
Hey, yeah, bro. I think I was in the library with you. You said it was episodic writing English class. I took Darren's favorite instructor last semester, bro. Piece of shit failed me.
Bro, he gave you chances to fucking pass that class.
He didn't give me no chance. He was like, bro, even if you turn in your portfolio, it's gonna be whack as fuck, is what the email boiled down to. He was like, it'd be a waste of your time. And then by the time it was time to turn in the portfolio, he was like, what happened, bro? I'm like, bitch, you basically said if I turn something in, it would fail under your criteria. Straight up. Why would I waste my time if I already haven't already?
Yeah, but
Darran was so upset, bro.
Yeah, because he was gonna let you turn in all the work at the end of the summer and going into the next semester if you needed it.
Nah, bro. He was like,
he
Roger,
just
you didn't come to none of the classes. And you know what? I learned this about me when I was at SMC, bro. I'm not a good morning class taker, bro. If I have a class at 8 a.m., 9:30, shit, even 11, I've learned is cutting it close. 11 o'clock classes I can make, bro. But them fucking 8 to 9:30 classes, fuck, man. What do you think about them?
I think they're not for everyone, especially if you're not a morning person. And As the semester drags on, you're gonna be less and less enthusiastic about going to class at that time. So it does take a certain type of discipline to stay on course and not astray. But I get it. Shit happens. The middle semester is probably the toughest.
Yeah. Midterms, bro. That's when everybody's like, what? I gotta study for all this shit. I didn't study for the last fucking 8 weeks. I remember I was at the library last midterms and somebody was like, you ready for midterms? I'm like, what? Midterms are here already? But as writing majors, Darran can attest to this, that we don't have exams like everybody else does. The most our midterms are just 4 to 10 page papers. And in reality, that's like nothing. 4 to 10 pages ain't like that's breakfast. So it's not that big of a deal as an English major. That's probably why I changed my major from a chemistry major to an English major, because I was like, man, fuck, if I fucking keep failing these chemistry classes, I'm just wasting my time. Plus, I've always been good at English. I've always done well at English. In English. I'm not doing very well in English right now. Haha.
Damn, bro.
Yo, Darran, let him know about your cinematography work, bro.
Man. As I started going to school as a writer, and I ended up wanting to film what I wrote, so I ended up buying some cameras with my financial aid money, and shit started taking off. I kind of hit the ground running, and in the midst of running, I fell a couple of times. Had to pick myself up, but I always work hard, and my skills, a lot of people started to like what I do, and more word of mouth is starting to go around. It's starting to build up the reputation that is, and more people are starting to refer me for certain projects, or when like people ask about doing certain things behind the camera, my name normally will pop up in the conversation, if not first.
Yeah, bro, you've been on top of like a lot of writing projects. Like you started recently recording for the dojo over at the Sycamore Tavern.
Yeah. I got a piece that together. It's coming through, but it's a lot of footage. Because I was recording for the dojo's UFC fights that they be hosting there.
Yeah, I'd be there, bro. I love going to the dojo's UFC fights. If you guys don't know, the Sycamore Tavern has like fucking, I don't know how many TVs would you say it has in there?
I'm going to give it about 20.
Sycamore Tavern has 20 fucking TVs in there. All of them playing the UFC fight, like fucking pay-per-view. Like as soon as there's 7 hits, man, they fucking have the best fucking pay-per-view like viewing area for the UFC. Plus it's free too, which is sweet as fuck. How'd you like filming that, bro?
It was dope. It was a definitely a learning curve because it's unexpected. A lot of the things that I do film are a little bit more scripted, a little bit more planned out. But with the UFC fight, whatever they're doing on the screen, you got to make sure that you capture the reaction of the audience as it's happening. And the UFC is so fast, knockouts can happen at any given moment. So you really got to be on your toes, keep it on, keep it sometimes recording when there is absolutely nothing recording, sometimes for like 3-4 minutes.
Where nothing's going on.
Yeah, get people like cheering, people going, oh. There was like the fastest knockout. It was a prelim. It wasn't even the main event. So
it was the main event. The fastest knockout.
That wasn't the main event.
The one with George Masvidal.
That wasn't the knockout. That wasn't the main event. I don't think. That was right before the main events.
Oh no! It was It was on the main card. It wasn't. What? No, it wasn't the main event that night.
That's when John Jones fought and Holly Holmes got knocked out.
That's right. John Jones fought that one dude. That Brazilian, bro. But yeah, Darran,
I fucked up.
Got great footage, right?
Yeah, that's the one footage. Like, there's always something like when you're in it. There's always something that he's like, oh, I wish I could have got that. Or I wish I could have captured that. I was actually outside when that fight was happening, and it was the first round. I was like, okay, I could go back in there, give it a little breather. Mm-hmm. And all I hear is a fucking explosion of people just cheering, going, oh my God. Yeah. I said, what happened? What happened? It's like, oh, the fastest knockout. I was like, fuck.
Bro, that knockout was fucking stupendous, bro.
A knee to the face.
He ran up to this fool, and with all his might, he kneed fucking Askren with all his might.
Leaped into the air and kneed him in the face.
I know. Ben Askren went face first trying to go for a single leg takedown or a takedown in general. And he got fucking lit the fuck up, bro. And then Masvidal two-pieced him with like a right hand, with his right hand. And bro, fucking, I never seen a fighter's like neck so hyperextended, bro. Like the distance between Ben Askren's chin super hyperextended to like the bottom of his neck was fucked up.
Yeah, you remember back in the one of the Mortal Kombat versions when you punch someone real hard and then it'll turn into an X-ray of their bone structure breaking and dislocating. That's what I felt when I saw that.
Damn, that's so badass, bro. I'm trying to figure that in my head, but I remember that from Fallout. I never played it, but I saw my homie play it.
Yeah.
They would like fucking focus in, and then they wouldn't X-ray it, but they would like make it super slow, where like you could see like all the fucking bullets going into this food.
Yeah, man. It's really good to be able to get trusted with jobs like that.
Yeah, you got that. How'd you get that gig, bro?
Me and the manager of the dojo, Trevor.
Nice.
Real cool guy. Yeah,
really
me and him
nice
been
dude.
talking about it, like trying to put something on their Instagram for the fights. So I'm trying to help them out with like more of a production, so they could just like get people's eyes on the dojo, more eyes than
they currently have.
Yeah, and I really
just to watch it grow, basically.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing the dojo grow as like it's fucking as it should be, because like that spot is awesome, bro. The dojo upstairs can fit the same capacity as like the belly room when it's packed out like 80 people.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you feel like you don't feel like you're in a comedy club. You actually feel like you're in an establishment, because you have a bar right there. You have a lot of commotion, but it's respectful to the artist that's on stage. Where you have drinks being poured, you have drinks being ordered, and it reminds me more of the lab.
Oh, at the Improv.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the lab has the bar a part of the whole like inside the stage.
Yeah.
Which is, now thinking about it, is unusual. You're right. That's unusual, because usually the bar would be outside. If not, you'd have a waiter inside the club, like, you know, taking orders and, you know. Because a lot of people ask me, too, like, when I work the doors at the dojo, they're like, hey, can I order drinks in here? I'm like, yeah, they have a full bar. And they're like, oh, word? Mm-hmm. Like, they can't believe that they're going up to the dojo, the comedy club of the Sycamore Tavern, mm-hmm. and then they're going to have, like, a full fucking bar selection, like, right there. Which is awesome as fuck.
Yeah. I love that place, man. And I really got to thank my school, CSUN, for like giving me the opportunity to like check out equipment that I could use to film these kind of events. And as I'm like learning, I'm also like growing like in my profession, and they actually helped me a lot with the post-production of these videos. That's where I do a lot of editing in the library of our school, and there's people that help me out if I get stuck on a certain thing, and they show me little tricks to the trade.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning and working.
Yeah, CSUN has provided Darran the knowledge he needs to like legit already be a professional now at cinematography and editing.
Yes. Yeah, because they if you don't even have to be in that major, because I'm not even a cinematography or like editor. Any film or anything. I'm actually a creative writing major. So they have a lot of clubs. They have like a cinema club, they have an editing club, they have an animation club that you could like branch out and talk to these people, and they're very welcoming, and they're quick to answer questions. They're actually enthusiastic to like answer it. They want you to ask questions, and I take that to my full advantage. And it doesn't even just stop there with those kind of clubs. Like there's biology clubs I could write about, like anything that has to do with like biological warfare. Get some like certain terms that they'll know. So like that's how I do my research. I kind of go in the field.
Like literally, like Darran, like he takes everything you can get from the expression rubbing shoulders. Like when you really take that expression to mind, like it's not just networking. It's also like literally learning from them and getting to know how they made it. Because if you're gonna make it, if you're gonna learn about shit, you gotta learn about shit from the people that actually study this shit for a profession. Mm-hmm. Like all the people at CSUN at those biology classes, like not a single one of them is thinking about doing English like how we're doing. They're just like straight up like, we're biologists, so we'll tell you everything we know about it. And then that's fucking the atmosphere that is badass, bro. That's great. That's why you're learning a lot, bro.
Yeah, man.
I've seen Darran grow so much, bro. From being an editor to editing like 2 Chainz music videos to being a professional now where he gets paid to edit.
Yeah, man, and like I said, it's really word of mouth. If you don't have any money, you don't have anything backing you, you don't have a foundation upholding you, you don't have none of that. All you have is your work and how you go about your business. Mm-hmm. And people are gonna talk about you. regardless of what you think, no one's talking about me. Yes, people are talking about you, and they're either gonna say something good about you or they're gonna say something bad about you. But people talk about you. I know people like say like, oh, it's that's high school shit. High school never really ends with the word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
People always mention, who can I get this work from? Who can do this certain task for me? Or how can I get this?
Yeah, you fucking work your way up to be the names in the running, if not the name.
Yeah, and I also got to thank you, man. You, someone that you follow that I don't follow or I'm not friends with on social media. You saw their post, and first person you thought of was me. And it's like, hey, this guy, he edits, he could do what you're asking for.
Yeah, bro. I only know one really good editor, and it's you, bro. Like, I've seen you work your way up, so I'm like, why not throw like a dope ass freelance gig my homie's way?
And I really like that. And a lot like freelance, that word freelance, it really, I really like it because
it is what you're doing, bro. Like that's literally your job, to like work for like not just one person or one company, but for like many companies and many projects that you eventually you have a portfolio too that you fucking like now have because of like the whole reels you've done for the Comedy Store, the Dojo. Yeah, for like music videos you've done alone, like that's a whole reel now that like people see and they're like, oh, we got to get them for our project next, and then it just multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. Like literally, there's gonna be points where like they're gonna be like, yo, can you help us edit? You can be like, nah, bro, I'm editing this movie that's like already like acclaimed already. Like if people are waiting for it, then you're gonna like be like, nah, I also got this other shit. It's gonna be to that point. Like freelance is that's why freelance is like awesome.
it is. And exactly how you said it, that's how it's been happening. Because like I said, I'm not a video, I'm not a film major, I'm not an editing major, I'm none of that. I'm actually a writer, and that's how I got into everything, because I wanted to write. And after writing so much, I was like, I want to get this to more people. I want to film what I write now. So I bought a camera, and then now I got to put everything I filmed together. Mm-hmm. So I got to learn how to edit.
DIY shit to the max, bro. You're your own writer, director, producer, editor, cinematographer.
Yes.
Which, if you break down, I don't know too much about like that whole side of the business, right? Like I'm just, telling him he's ha-has, little jokes here and there, bro. So can you explain to me, like, does director fall under the cinematography umbrella?
Well, the director, he like calls all the shots, and he works with the actors, and he directs people where to be, where to stand, and he directs, and he also communicates with the people working sound. So he's like the conductor of everything, and the cinematographer, he really like kind of calls like what angles, because they know what the scene is, mm-hmm. but how they're gonna shoot it, where the angle is gonna be, what the lighting is gonna be. That's where the cinematographer, the lenses, is gonna be a wide shot, or is gonna be a close up. It really goes in like all his eyes, and I'm more into the camera. I really like being a part of that.
Yeah,
holding the camera and moving it. I like moving shots. I like tracking shots. Mm-hmm. I like just like moving the scene without like cuts. Mm-hmm. And if there are cuts, I want like the camera moving with whoever the camera's following. Yeah, if it's an actor, if it's a car, I like car shots. I really like. It sounds like I have a fetish, but it's not. I like feet. I like telling a story with feet, because you travel by walking, and you can tell a lot about a person just by their feet. What kind of like the shoes they wear, how do they wear their shoelaces, the care of the shoe, how new is the shoe, their style of walking. You really could tell a lot, and you could you kind of could move forward the journey of whatever the character is just by showing their feet.
That reminds me, this might be crazy, but what do you think of doing a whole movie just centered around people's feet?
I love it.
And then you fucking it has different. Obviously, they keep walking, so there are different situations, and then the dialogue is always in captions, right around their ankles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could do that whole thing, and then this is the twist: the movie's in French, so then subtitles are in English, but you watch it in French.
Yeah, I really like that because, especially in French, because now
I don't know why I thought about that, but it's just French. It just reminds me a French flick, a super.
You got European shoes.
Yeah, European shoes. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I just thought everybody in sandals. The main protagonist would be in sandals all the time. That's how you know that's the main protagonist. Their shoes don't change throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, then you gotta realize what kind of is their feet ugly? Are their feet they're okay looking feet?
Right, you would pan to that, that would be part of
some crusts.
Wow, you would tell the story.
Yeah, it's a lot of depth into that. You could just give me a shovel.
What's even funny is that you can even tell the story of how they look as when they got that injury on their feet or something like that. That would be the
scars and shit.
Those would be the only shots that are not directly of their feet.
That'd be dope, man.
Hey, if you're listening, this is trademarked.
Yeah.
If it sounds like a fucking super stoner idea, and I'm not gonna lie, we've been smoking right now. We got some little something Lagunitas that we're fucking smashing. We're on our second one, so it might be due to that. But I also believe that might be something new. You know,
it can be.
I'm just throwing this out there as somebody that doesn't know anything about movies or some shit I've seen some flicks, that are artsy and shit, but
that's how I kind of got into stand-up. I wanted to, sometimes it'll be a scene that I had in my head, a situation, and sometimes I'll go on stage and just tell a story about that.
Reenact
and
it.
Yeah, and it'll just be a bunch of bullshit. It won't be, it's obviously fiction. So
I thought it was real. I thought it was a real story.
No, that's how you portray it. So you get people's attention.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah.
You how did they go at the shows you did?
They go pretty well. Because it's ridiculous. Because sometimes people could tell that I'm just lying. Sometimes people could tell that I'm telling the truth. But sometimes it's just more. I just trying to wrap it around being realistic. I don't know if this guy did it, but I probably could picture someone doing it.
And I get it. So it's it's storytelling basically at its finest.
Yeah.
It's did Dave Chappelle really see a fucking baby selling crack when he was in that limo? No. Because I watch Behind the Rider or some shit, behind that one show they have on TV, or they used to have. Basically, Dave Chappelle was nah, man, I got picked up in a limo. I passed by a corner in whatever, that's that part, or maybe not even that part, and I saw some kids just hanging around, playing on a summer night, right? So then Chappelle was but then I thought about, what if that baby at that scene was hey, selling drugs, and that's what hey, baby, stop selling drugs. You got your whole life ahead of you. Yeah. And the baby's shit, motherfucker, I got kids to feed. I was oh, damn. I wrote down the window some more, I got out, I got a 20 sec. That's just hilarious, bro. Yo, me and Darran just finished watching today the Dave Chappelle special. What did you think of it?
Man, fire, man. Dave Chappelle is the reason I do damn near all the comedy, all the comedic things. That was the first person I ever saw do comedy, man. I was 6 years old, going to a drive-in, seeing the Nutty Professor, and the only scene Dave Chappelle's in is at the comedy club scene. He took his date to a comedy club.
Did you see him perform?
Yeah, he took a fat Eddie Murphy, took a very beautiful lady to a comedy club, and Dave Chappelle was the comedian, and he was an insult comic, and he was making fun of everyone in the audience, and then he just zoned in on Eddie Murphy's fat character and just roasted him, and everyone in the movie was dying laughing.
Damn.
And everyone in the cars next to me were just laughter all around. Like, I'm telling you, laughter seeping through the windows of every car.
Sick.
And I was just looking around just in awe, like, wow, is this something someone really does? And ever since then, I've just been hooked on people being on stage, telling jokes and making people laugh. Not even on stage, man. I really love the people in the streets that tell stories and just have just funny references throughout the entire story.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love barbershops. I love family gatherings.
Yep.
Especially with black people.
I told my uncle, like, he was like, where'd you get that funniness from? Where do you think you got that funniness from? I'm like, what you mean, bro? You at all the gatherings, you're like, he's like the fucking, to me, he's like a fucking great, funny person, right? It's my uncle, you know, he's fucking hilarious, bro. He motherfucker kills, bro. Every fucking party gathering, kills it. The drunker he gets, the more he fucking just kills it. So I was like, you, bro, what do you think, bro? You fucking hilarious.
I got an uncle like that. Super drunk. And it's just wild. Funny as hell, too.
Mm-hmm.
And people be laughing at him sometimes. And he'll stop and be like, oh, you find something amusing? And everyone dies even more. Because who says the word amusing?
He was out about to dig deep.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, so me and King D City just fucking had our first. That's where you follow Darran on Instagram as King D City. We just had our second day at CSUN.
Second day
at CSUN. It was dope as fuck, man. Just taking it easy. I'm taking I'm a full student, 12 units. The thing about my schedule is that I only have class once Monday through Wednesday, and then I have 3 on Thursday. 2 of which being those classes that are 2.5 hours, that are 2 classes put together.
Shit is gonna make you feel like death when you get out of there.
I don't think so. You know why, bro?
Why?
I don't think it's gonna make me feel like death because it's a contemporary poet class first, and then a verse writing class second. So I'm learning nothing about poetry in the first fucking class, and then right after I'm learning nothing about fucking verse writing in the second class. I learned a lot last semester in screenwriting and playwriting, and then the previous semester I learned a lot about novel writing, just straight up writing a novel. And then this semester I'm working on learning poetry skills, because that's what the chapters 5 and 6 of my novel are all about. It's going to be written in poetry. It's still going to be the same story, but it's just going to be in poetry. And then the next going to be novel, screenwriting, format, and then poetry again until I finish the novel.
Yeah. It's just that time consumption.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to write this shit, bro.
Hella lot of time, bro.
But I'm going to be honest, bro. What I'm writing is, it's not going to be long. It's going to be, almost a short story, but it's going to be a novel, you know? Because the chapters I'm writing are only 4 pages, long written, right? But that's still a book, that's still a novel. Today in class I read Jane Austen's novel, The Beautiful Cassandra, right?
Dope.
Fucking 12-chapter novel, right? Bro, the whole class read it in a minute and a half. It's 12 chapters. Some of the chapters are one. Most of the chapters are only 2 sentences. Some are 1 sentence. Writing is crazy, bro.
It definitely is, man. I love writing.
Mm-hmm.
You really got me to go be more disciplined and write every day for an hour. I saw you come by the crib, just bust out your notebook an hour before we were supposed to dip out for class. You'd just be writing like, yeah, man, every hour.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do it every hour. I just got to the point like I started like writing 2 pages every morning. Then I filled that notebook. I wrote 3 pages. Filled that notebook. Wrote 4 pages, and then I should be at like 100 pages by now. But I stopped doing that. Like my discipline got fucked up. But I definitely got to get back into that, and that's inspired by the famous writer Ray Bradbury, Fahrenheit 51, and he wrote like every morning like 2 pages. So I was like, that's the best you can do. Like fuck all these electronic shit. Like as soon as you wake up, just get up and just write 2 pages. Like as a writer, like of course we're gonna do that. If you can do that as like a regular person, you can write down your goal. It's a free write. Everybody has done a free write throughout their whole fucking K through 12, bro. Everyone. That's all it is. Write what the fuck you want. I don't write anything. If I want to write stand up, I'll write a joke. If I don't, I mostly stay away from writing stand up during my free writes because I just want to flow. And then after, I'll make a new page where I do write like a page of stand up. Just to always be like, you know, if I want to, like the free write is to get me ready to write like other shit. Like it's just like it's like doing stretches. And then after that, you write the stand-up, then you write your fucking novel, your poetry, your short story, your screenwriting, your playwriting. So it's a method I have to instill back in myself, which starting with the semester, I really am. You know, I'm making the distinction in sitting in the front of the class instead of being in the back playing Rules of Survival and just fucking around.
Yeah.
Like you get distracted when you're at the front of when you're in the back of the class, because then like you just have like a whole sea of just people in front of you. It's like being at a concert. Like if you're at the back, like you just see like a bunch of people, but if you're at the front, like all you're focused on is the DJ and just like everything like that's going around.
I like that analogy on why to sit in the front of the class.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm taking the first seat. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'll nod out in the first seat too. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, now that's not.
Like yesterday, I barely got any sleep for the first day of class. You goddamn right, I almost nodded out at 12 a.m., bro. In the front. But I was taking mad notes. Nobody took notes. By the time I nodded out like a little bit, I had like a whole page of just written notes.
Yeah, I didn't know how I made it through the first day of school. I was beat. Showed up. Had to sit in the back because everything was full. I had to sit in the back for the first class though.
You gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah. With the second class, I sat in the middle, and that was pretty chill. I sat around, and the middle's probably the best because that's when like a lot of just like cool, dope people just like start taking seats. It's usually the people. It's not the people that get there super first or early. It's the ones that just like kind of come in like maybe 3 minutes before class, and they're like probably the most laid back ones. They're responsible, but they're probably doing some crazy ass shit to not be that on time. And
the back of the classroom is like the back of the bus, bro. You don't know what the fuck's going on back there. Closer you are to the teacher, the more safe you are by the bus driver.
I was just like being more focused because I sat in the front today for my first class, which was probably the best decision
of 2019.
Yeah, I sat in the front for this one. We had to like introduce ourselves to like the person sitting next to us, and it took a pretty cool turn, man. Like we ended up talking about how they want to go to Japan and teach English to like other people, and they want to study the culture of Japan, and that was like pretty cool, just to like see why people also take your major.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I love I like Japanese, man. I just found out today my favorite like Japanese like manga is One Piece, right? And they're like in the top 25 of the most like franchise that has made the most in the world. They've made $20 billion, bro. One Piece. Cool. I mean, Pokemon is definitely the nitty gritty, but damn, I just saw that One Piece is fucking. It's up there too, bro. That's sick as fuck. I've been watching and reading One Piece since I was like fucking 10. I watched the first episode on like TV, and then I looked it up like early teens, like on the manga shit. And I've been reading that shit for like over 12 years now.
Nice. That's Japanese culture, correct?
Yeah, bro. I'm like half Japanese at this point, bro.
That's what's up, man. And we've been talking a lot about Japanese culture and like just every other like course. My mass communication course was talking about how the Japanese have the cholo scene out there. Everyone is dressing like cholos from the 80s and 90s in LA.
That's what I'm talking about.
And a lot of people are asking, how did this get so far on the other side of the world?
Mm-hmm.
And my first guess was Instagram page by the name of Foods Gone Wild.
Let them know how it is, bro. If you guys don't know about Foods Gone Wild, then you guys are slipping, man. It's one of the best Instagram pages of all time.
All time.
Not really.
GOAT.
But
it's a GOAT.
No, it's not really. But the point is that Darran Davis put me onto Foods Gone Wild, and it's been like a fucking like experience since then, bro. Because now I follow Modelo Our Foods. I follow like all these other like the Food Police.
Hell yeah.
I follow like what's the other food? Dr. Med, Dr. MD. And then I follow, what's the other food?
The cartoonist.
Yeah, Mike MD. That's his name. Mike
Yeah.
MD.
It's full of entertainment.
Yep.
And it reminds me of my old neighborhood. That's why.
That's sweet, bro. Darran, I recently went to Darran's neighborhood my first time. It was in Arleta, where he grew up. Bro, Arleta has nothing but fucking Latinos, bro. I didn't see one black person while we were waiting in like a 15-minute line for tacos, which were the best tripa tacos I've ever had in my fucking life. Let them know what street that is, bro.
Woodman and Chase in front of the 99-cent store.
Woodman and Chase in front of the 99-cent store. I think there's another one on like the corner, right?
That one's whack.
Make sure you go to the one that is obviously gonna have more people. It's on it's on Woodman and Chase, across the street from what?
AutoZone.
AutoZone. So there you go. If you're not across the street, if you're not at the taco spot across the street from the AutoZone on Woodman and Chase, you got to go to the one across the street from the AutoZone on Woodman and Chase.
Yeah, and that's probably the most jankiest corner. Go to the AutoZone, get all your car parts, drive over to the 99 Cent parking lot, and start getting to work. Cause they ain't got security.
Hell no, bro. The 99-cent parking lot is like a fucking like. I bet they have like all kinds of deals that go down there, bro. I'm not gonna talk any more of them because we might re-burn them out.
Definitely. But that area is probably the most interesting place to grow up, especially if you're not Latino. You had everyone was outside. I grew up down the street from Danny Trejo's mom.
Down the street?
Yeah. Well, not down the street, like 4 blocks down.
So we were like right there, bro.
Yeah, I showed you. I think I showed you the block. We didn't go by it.
Damn, she's right there?
Yeah, she's right there. Danny Trejo still goes to his mom's house. Still takes out her trash.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, Danny Trejo's a real one. And he's someone that, especially in my neighborhood in the east side of the valley, in Pacoima, Arleta, that everyone looks up to. He's like the godfather of that area. He's like the Richie Valens of like, he's not Richie Valens, but he's like a status up there. He's a Richie Valens. He's like a staple because there's Richie Valens murals and there's also Danny Trejo murals. Richie Valens is from Pacoima too.
Hey, La Bamba, that.
Yeah, all this like Latino culture was just all around. Get invited to the Sada cookouts, to quinceañeras. And a lot of Latinos are part of the U.S. military. So
That's true, huh?
Every time they came home, it was a big-ass party.
Yep.
Every time a Marine came home.
Every Latino knows at least 2 or 3 people that got into the Army.
Yeah, and
I know 3, bro. That's crazy.
A lot of them went to the Marines.
All of them went to Marines that I know.
Yeah.
I don't know why we
Pendleton, bro. And Pendleton's not... It's in Oceanside.
Bro, they sent my homie to North Carolina, bro.
Yeah. But if you're lucky, you get sent to Pendleton. And all the Marines from Pendleton, they're from all over the country. They don't have no family or friends in California. So they'll invite a shit ton of Marines to come up to party in Arleta.
Damn, that's tight.
Yeah. So it was just... It wasn't a military city at all. But on the weekends, when everyone was able to go home for like that Friday, Saturday, it was going down.
I remember anytime we would go down to San Diego do some shows, passing by like Camp Pendleton, I'll be like, man, I'm never getting off here, bro. I smell like nothing like weed, bro. I think the last time we went to San Diego, bro, we came back and then like Patrick had a piss.
Yeah, we were at Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, we were like right in front of Camp Pendleton, and then you were like, bro, they got M16s, like. Right.
Yeah, I was like, yo, bro, they're shining lights at us. I was like, yo, we gotta go.
Damn, we didn't give a fuck, bro.
I did for a second.
As soon as like they started fighting their M16.
Yeah, and I was
you
like,
know what's crazy about Mexico, bro? I remember fucking like when I was 12, like I fucking was in the taxi going to my grandma's crib from the airport and looking out the window, and then in front of like a normal shop, like it looked like a 99 cent store, there was a dude with a fucking like, there was a police officer with a fucking like M16, bro. Like that's just standard. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit is crazy as fuck.
First time I went to Mexico, seeing the police officers with Uzis and shit like that.
They had Uzis?
Bro, they had submachine guns like motherfucker. It was like, it looked like a platoon of them. Bro, there was so many of them, and a lot of them had ski masks. I was like, shit.
Yeah, bro. You know why they have ski masks?
So they didn't identify them?
For the cartel and shit, yeah. That's how fucking fucked up it is, bro. But I bet they target those people more.
Yeah.
I don't know, for whatever reason.
Yeah, let's change subject.
Oh, yeah, definitely not, because we all love the cartel and what they bring to the United States. That sweet avocados, man. They all the connections over in Michoacan.
California love avocados.
That's amazing, bro. Yo, Darran, I appreciate you for being on the podcast, bro. We've had a great 2 days of school so far. We're gonna continue to fucking rock it at school. It's been amazing so far, so I can't wait to continue this semester, bro.
Yeah, let's do it,
what do you have to plug, bro? Any
man,
dates?
I got booked for a comedy show at Cal State Northridge.
Hey, fuck yeah, bro.
September 6th, Friday at 8 p.m. And I have a show at Rafa's Lounge in Echo Park off Sunset on Saturday, August 31st at 9 p.m. That's Rafa's Lounge.
Fuck yeah. Where can they follow you, bro?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at King D as in Darran City. King D City is my Instagram. And Darran DARRAN Davis DAVIS on Facebook.
Fuck yeah, bro. Yo, I got a show coming up, the same one that Darran's on. Fuck yeah, we're both gonna be at the Rafa Lounge. We're gonna be at the Rafa Lounge this Saturday. I'm gonna get up like really fucking early because I got a 10:30. I gotta be at the Comedy Store at 10:30 for the fucking amazing, the fucking always sold out, always fucking banging show. George Parrish chilling with the homies. I'm on that show. I got added on, and it's gonna be a fucking badass fucking time at the Comedy Store on Saturday night doing the Belly Room, bro.
Definitely gonna be there in support.
Fuck yeah, bro. And then after that, I got the Bang Bang Room September 10th coming up, and you can follow me at Roger Lopez Comedy, as I hope you know by now. You know, Roger Lopez Comedy. I appreciate it. We've been drinking a little something like Lagunitas the whole time, smoking blunts and spliffs. It's been great doing this podcast as always. You guys are amazing. I appreciate every single one of you guys listening from the bottom of my heart. You guys are all badass motherfuckers. Thank you so much. Peace out.